Only dead fish go with the flow. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way. Life is an experiment in which you may fail or succeed. Explore more, expect least. Your direction is more important than your speed. Heaven is like an egg, and the earth is like the yolk of the egg. Be patient when becoming someone you haven't been before. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. It is better to be divided by truth than united in error. There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice. Sometimes when hardships knock, it's just life. Do not take it personal. Gratitude is best refined through the fires of adversity. Having nothing to struggle against, they have nothing to struggle for. When they say the sky's the limit to me, that's really true. The best knowledge is knowing yourself and your inner being. There is little success where there is little laughter. Man doesn't know what he is capable of until he is asked. Life is short. Live it. Love is rare. Grab it. Anger is bad. Dump it. Fear is awful. Face it. Memories are sweet. Cherish them. Those who do not think about the future cannot have one. Where you are in a few months depends on what you do today. You know, the minute you stop thinking about it, it'll happen. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. Don't share your personal life with anyone. Do not let anyone have anything that could harm you. What is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. If tomorrow were never to come, it would not be worth living today. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. All men know the use of the useful, but nobody knows the use of the useless. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. Life is a mystery to be lived, not a problem to be solved. 10 seconds, that's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. It is an acceptance of being uncomfortable that drives change. If the enemy has occupied them before you, do not follow him, but retreat and try to entice him away. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. All men know the utility of useful things, but they do not know the utility of utility. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where intention goes, energy flows. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. If you want more, you have to require more from yourself. Oh, darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the weak. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. At some point, we all look up and realize that we are lost in a maze. The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others. The moon and the stars shine, even when the clouds hide the sunbeams. I admire those who do good and expect nothing in return. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you odd. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. The elegance under pressure is the result of fearlessness. Men of this world all rejoice in others being like themselves and object to others not being like themselves. Filter out the irrelevant noise. Focus on the objective. If I had it all to do again, there would be more bodies. Someone else's progress doesn't make yours any less. The question is not what you look at, but what you see. Darkness ages faster than you think. It doesn't loiter on forever. The cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. People wealth consists upon their freedom, individual resources, and good social life. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Think well. It is hard work and great art to make life not so serious. Life is worth living as long as there's a laugh in it. In fact, the truth cannot be communicated until it is perceived. Accepting oneself does not preclude an attempt to become better. The mistakes I've made are dead to me, but I can't take back the things I never did. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Health is hearty. Health is harmony. Health is happiness. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy. Most often, you don't own your own mind. You borrow it from society. Human beings must have action, and they will make it if they cannot find it. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe. We all have the beast in us, Bill, and it is up to us to control it. Luck implies an absolute absence of any principle. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. I am the shore and the ocean, awaiting myself on both sides. Always know the difference between what you're getting and what you deserve. If everyone wants to be somebody, I want to be somebody else. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Be willing to leave the ground behind if you want to fly. Better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Memory can make a thing seem to have been much more than it was. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Remember to be kind with your words, especially to yourself. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. Imagining something is better than remembering something. To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. Don't stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done. We say later, later, until later becomes too late, and all we can think of is if only. The space under the sky is occupied by all things in their unity. When we are most alone is when we embrace another's loneliness. You don't have to like someone, but you have to treat them as you wish to be treated. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. Dream as if you will live forever. Live as if you will die today. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care.